I like to go for a jog around the neighborhood.
I like to run. I like to play hockey.
I like to do yoga.
I like to play hockey.
I like to do yoga.
I like
Hi, my name is Chelsea Mojica, and I like to advocate for athletes with disabilities. Everyone is different, so why not use our differences to unite us? Over the course of my senior year, I decided to delve into the topic of disability discrimination in sports in the United States and see why this issue is so prevalent today. Although there are many laws that try to prevent disability discrimination, it still happens every day, and it could very well be happening in your school right now. Different forms of discrimination include harassment and not providing reasonable accommodations for the disabled athlete, which is what I primarily focused on in my research. Deciding if an accommodation is reasonable is extremely difficult because we have to make sure that the athlete with a disability doesn't have an unfair advantage and is not a danger to other athletes. Accommodations can be anything from the use of a golf cart for a golfer who can't walk to a sign language interpreter for a wrestler who is deaf. We often take many things for granted that some athletes with disabilities just don't have the opportunity to. Therefore, it's important to be able to identify disability discrimination in sports here in our community. To gain a different perspective on this issue, I interviewed a parent with a child with a disability and her daughter. Meet Celia, an 11-year-old athlete who has dystonia, a rare nerve damage condition that requires her to wear braces on both her legs. One thing that stood out to me the most was Ms. Godfrey's point of view on the role of parents in disability discrimination in sports.
You know, you have to be an advocate for your kid, and even sometimes, this is one thing I have found, is that I think that sometimes people don't mean to leave a child out with disability, and even a lot of times kids of all different ages, they don't mean to leave a child out with disabilities. It's just that sometimes they don't realize that a small concession or a small accommodation makes that child feel like they're part of the bigger picture.
As a result, I hosted an event called an All-Athlete Playday, where athletes with disabilities and without disabilities were able to play different sports, complete obstacle courses, and learn new skills. The event hosted over 40 athletes, including a Special Olympic Global Messenger from Shenandoah, Virginia. friend once told me that there's unity in diversity. So next time you're out playing your favorite sport, make sure you try to include everyone you can, because combating disability discrimination starts with us, with you.